Hi, how are you doing? Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Priscilla. I've completed my master's in English literature and also a certification, TEFL certified teacher with an experience of 10 years in the field of education. I've also completed my bachelor's of education a few years back. So let's start. Our topic for the day is article writing. So when I say article writing, what comes to your mind? I'm sure you would think of articles. Yes. So yeah, that's a grammar topic articles, but we're talking about creative writing piece article writing. Article writing is writing piece which is intended for larger audience. Like if you would want your point of view to reach a larger audience, then you start to write an article that's intended for a larger audience, like I said, and it would be published in newspapers, journals, blogs, and so forth and so on. So things that you have to remember before writing an article is remember these three important points. One is the three C's. The first C is clear. Your article has to be really clear on what your point of view is. And then concise, a word limit of 150 to 200 words. Now that's again your the word limit might be much higher and much larger. And then the third C is coherent. Your points should be logically ordered. So that's what I mean by having a coherent article. Um, so I hope you remember the three C's now. Okay. So when it comes to creative writing or any writing piece for that matter, we need to remember the process writing. Process writing it's a series of steps that you basically follow to make sure that your writing is free of errors. First thing is the pre-writing. So before you write, now this applies to every other writing piece too, not just article writing. The process writing applies to any other writing piece, like I said. So the first thing is pre-writing. Before you write, you need to think of the topic that you're writing. Think and brainstorm ideas and think of what you're really going to put out there in your writing. Second is research. Once you've decided on the topic, research is a step where you gather information on the topic that you have decided. Now, this research part can consist of gathering information from people, from library, from books, from the internet, from blogs, and so on and so forth. And next is drafting. After you've researched every other reference material that you have gathered for your topic, you're going to put everything together and you're going to draft it up. After you draft it, you are going to look out for errors, like you're going to proofread it, you're going to see if it is free of errors and grammar, punctuation, if it's logically sequenced and all that. And after you have done your pre-reading, you will, like I said, you will basically edit it. And the final step is you're going to make it better and then publish it. Now, these are the steps when it comes to process writing or writing process. Now, children, let's go into much deeper understanding of article writing. Now, for any article, for like I said, for any writing piece, there's some there are few basic rules that stay the same across. So the first is, do not worry, I'll explain all of this again in detail using an article. I'll share my screen, I'll do that. So yeah, first explaining. Writing piece consists of three basic paragraphs. One is introduction, second body, which is a content paragraph, and then your conclusion. And the alignment is always towards the left. Then there's no need to indent at the beginning of every paragraph. Instead, you can leave a line after each paragraph. And obviously, the article should have a title and a byline. What do you mean by a title? The topic that you're going to write about. And then the byline is the person who's writing this article will be below, and aligned towards the right is your name, which I mean by byline. Okay. Now, there are basically many types of articles, But here we can discuss about 5 types of articles, and we would take one class each for understanding every type of article. Now, expository article, which means an article that you write just to put out some information out there without the influence of your opinion. And you will not, without the influence of your opinion, I mean that you're not going to voice out your opinion on the topic. You're not going to put in your views. You're just putting out some information out there intended for a larger audience. Second is argumentative article. As the name implies, argumentative article is you're going to put out or to say the problem and the solutions to a certain topic. You propose a problem and then you propose your solutions to that, and also justify as to why you feel the solutions will solve this problem that you have introduced. The third is the narrative article, just narrating in a form of a story. The next type of article is descriptive article. You're going to describe something as the name says. And then the last type of article is persuasive article. You're going to write on a topic, and then you're going to persuade the readers and justify that your point of view actually makes sense. Okay, so I hope you're clear with the types of articles. Children, I'm going to now share my screen and make you better understand the format of article writing. And then I'll show you an example of article writing, and then we end the class. In the coming classes, we'll also discuss different types of articles. I've just given you a basic introduction of these articles that I just mentioned. But in the coming classes, we'll take each class for understanding every article, the type of article, and then the format and how it is written, like talking mostly about the logical sequencing of the content. So I will share my screen now. Just give me a moment. Yeah, got it. Let me know if my screen is shown. Is it shared? Okay. So these points I've already discussed. What is an article and the types of articles? And then this is a basic article that I was wanting to introduce to you. This is one such basic topic of water conservation. The alignment of the topic is towards the center. And then this is what I mean by byline here. As you can see, by Priscilla. And then if you are the writer of a certain article, you can write your name. See, in most of your exams, a name would be given in your questions. It's a question paper itself. But if a name isn't given, you can put up some random name or just XYZ. So yes, after you write the title and then you leave a line, and then you write the byline, and then you leave a line. And alignment, as you can clearly see, there is no indenting at the beginning of each paragraph. So yes, if the topic is water conservation, then I would just start off with an interesting question that would catch the attention of the audience. Now, when going back to the title of the article, the title should be eye-catchy. The moment somebody reads your title, it should actually grab their attention and draw them towards reading this particular article of yours. So after you write the title and then the byline, this is just the introduction paragraph. You can start off with a question. You can start off with a quotation, few statistics and facts and all that. And can you see this? You sure had your reasons, but imagine no one has even a minute to stop by and close the tap to prevent unnecessary wastage of water. And likewise, you can keep reading, children. You can just keep. I'll just scroll my screen and then you can keep reading. And after this you can even have subtitles. If your article is quite a lengthier one, you can have subtitles and then the subparagraphs. So coming back to the basic format of a writing piece, like I said, introductory paragraph will consist of one paragraph. Body can be divided into 2 or 3 paragraphs based on what you're writing about and how much content knowledge you have. And see, like you said, all this is the body part, content paragraph. And then, like I said, you can have different subtitles, and you can also mention your points in a concise way. And then see, you have the final subheading, and this is your conclusion. This is your conclusion paragraph. Not to worry, I will, if I'm fast enough, I will actually be sharing this article on the LMS and you can have a look at that later. Okay, children, any doubts that you have? I'll stop my screen now. Stop sharing my screen. Any doubts that you may have, you are very free. You are always free to approach me. And it was great teaching you this. I'll see you in the next class. Thank you. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.